And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the invocation and national anthem. For tonight's invocation, I turn it over to track chaplain Phil Chalmers.
All right, race fans, let's pray. God, thanks for this beautiful night for racing. Thanks for keeping the rain away. I pray for the fans as they sit in this pretty tough heat tonight. Keep the drivers safe tonight as they compete. The track officials, the pit crews, as well as the fans. Be with this track tonight. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, welcome to Midvale Speedway. We are ready to start our racing program tonight. Again, brought to you by Stewart Flooring. The Knights starting 8th. Green flag, turn 4. Brian Smith leading the way in the number 1 car. Second is Mike Miller. Third is Jonathan Ritter. Fourth is Rick Sibla. Side by side for the number 6 position. On the inside is Schneider. On the outside is Smith. Halfway, 4 laps in, 4 laps to go. Brian Smith leading Mike Miller, second, third, Rick Sibla from the back of the pack in the 63, the point leader on the move. Two laps to go, this time for the number 1 of Brian Smith. Miller running second, Sibla running third, fourth is Ritter, fifth is Alex Rosenberry, sixth is Schneider, in a battle for 7th between Bubba Smith and the 21 of Dessecker. Final lap for the 1 of Brian Smith. Bob Schneider pulls pit side in the 17 car. We come to the checkered flag. It's going to be Brian Smith claiming the victory. Second spot to Miller, third to Rick Sibla. Fourth to the 28 of Ritter, and fifth to the number 2 car of Alex Rosenberry. Let's hear it for your winner from Canton, Ohio, Brian Smith. Canton Auto Salvage, Canton Auto Sales, Tedesco Racing Graphics car. Ron Kirkpatrick, his first start of the 2012 season. 8 laps of green for the late model, second heat. Here comes the 48 of Molnar and the 49 car of Sibla, ready for a better try on the restart. They are side by side and underway. Green flag is out. Tim Sibla rolling into the lead, but here comes the 48 of Molnar back on the low side. Gene Molnar Jr. taking the lead, heading to turn 3. Larry Baker moving into second. Here comes Stankiewicz on the bottom. He's going to try to take third away from Sibla. Preston Walker driving the Randy Smith car in the number 5 position, looks to the low side of Sibla on the back straightaway. 2 laps in, 6 to go this time for the leader, Gene Molnar Jr. Side by side for fourth now. Walker up the banking, will clear the number 49 car, heading into turn number 3. Walker up to the 4th position. First 3 cars are nose to tail. And now Stankiewicz goes to the low side of Larry Baker for the number 2 position. Tom Stankiewicz, his best run of the season, has had mechanical issues all season long in his attempts to run here at Midvale Speedway. Not so tonight, car running up to speed, a little bit free coming off of turn number 4. And we are halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. It'll be 5 in, 3 to go this time for the number 48 of Gene Molnar Jr. Molnar leading the way. Second is Baker. Third, the 42 of Stankiewicz. Fourth is and Stankiewicz locks up the brakes to try to avoid hitting the 06 of Baker. Nearly spun his car out as we complete lap number 6. And now Stankiewicz with his best run at Larry Baker for the number 2 spot. He's way free though. Car really spinning the tires, the 42 of Stankiewicz. 1 to go, final lap for Molnar. Preston Walker takes a look to the outside of Stankiewicz for the number 3 spot. They come to the checkered, this time by. It'll be Gene Molnar Jr. in car number 48 claiming the victory. Second spot to Larry Baker. Third to Tom Stankiewicz. Fourth to Preston Walker. Fifth to Tim Sibla. Sixth to Jesse Page. And seventh to the 23 of Ron Kirkpatrick. He has a decent run in the second heat despite spinning his tires a lot coming off the turns. And this driver right here claiming the victory with a different engine underneath the hood. Congratulations to your winner, Gene Molnar Jr. The Ken's Auto Service Center, United Salvage Company, E&E Recycling and Channel Fabricating car back in action for the first time in a couple of months after engine problems put him out of action. Ready for green in turn 4. Justin Courtney going into the lead, getting a little bit of contact from behind it. Stewart in the number 62 car. Stewart in the 62 to the inside of Courtney, coming off the corner, gets sideways. Oh, he was able to gain control, hangs on to it, and looks again to the inside of Courtney, whose car is pushing off the bottom of the track. Courtney's car going up the track, and here comes Stewart again to the inside lane. Just can't quite get the forward bite he needs to get the run and pull alongside. It'll be 3 in, and the top 2 get together down in turns 1 and 2. Stewart was looking low, trying to get a run on the leader, and just clipped him a little bit down in turns 3 and 4. His car definitely quicker now that he purchased the different ride. He was in our fast heat and our top 4 in qualifying. Tedesco in the 17, coming to green. 6 laps remain. Good side-by-side restart as they go down into 1 and 2. Tedesco on the outside hits the go pedal, and he pulls out into the lead by half a car length, heading to 3. Just about clears the number 5 and may do so on the front stretch. Tedesco, the new leader, from the 5th starting position on lap number 3. 3 laps complete and 5 to go. The leader is Tedesco in the number 17. Second place, the number 5 of Courtney. Third, and Stewart driving hard into the 3rd turn, closing on the 4th place car of McClintock. And Stewart contact with the 38 of McClintock. They keep on rolling. It'll be 6 laps in, 2 to go this time. Coming to the white flag this time. It'll be one more lap to go for the 17 of Ryan Tedesco. Second, Courtney. Third is Westlake. Fourth is Stewart. Checkered in the air, and Ryan Tedesco filling in for Smart tonight picks up the win. Courtney second, Westlake third, Stewart fourth. Fifth spot to the 00 of Lucas Ripley. Second heat for the Summit Racing Economy Modifieds. Here we go off of turn number 4. Rowley goes into the lead, but we're going to have a caution flag, yellow flag, on the raceway for a failed start. Here we go, coming off of turn number 4. We are underway. Green flag is out. Mills looking to the inside of Ertl for the second position. In the lead, Neil Rowley in the 16 car. Second spot is Matthew Mills. Mills looks to the inside of Rowley on the front stretch. Side by side for the number 1 position, and here comes Lee McCreary as well. Lee McCreary on the inside for the second spot. Laps in and 5 to go this time for the race leader. Matthew Mills, a rookie in the division. Neil Rowley just about looping her down in turn number 4. We are halfway, 4 laps in, 4 more laps to go for your race leader, the number 4 car of Matthew Mills. 5 in, 3 laps to go for Mills, McCreary, Archer down, closing on the top 2. Archer sideways, coming off the second turn that time. Just a couple of laps to go. It'll be a lap and a half, middle of the back stretch. Oh, McCreary sideways coming off of 2. We've seen a lot of drivers coming off of that second turn. Just about spin her out as we get the white flag this time. 1 to go for the number 4 car of Mills. Up the track goes McCreary. Here comes Archer. Archer for the number 2 position. And Scott Archer, the Canton driver in the Rosenberry towing car, up to second. Checkered flag for the winner, Matthew Mills. Second place goes to Archer. Third to McCreary. Fourth to Rowley. And finishing 5th, the 82 car of Tom Ertl. To sign up for Spectator Drags, now's the time to do so. Polling to the line, your winner, Matthew Mills. Bison Oil Company, Kendall Motor Oil, Dennison T-Shirt Graphics, the sponsors for Mills. This car is for sale. If you want to get into modified racing, Mills has put the car up for sale. They want to move up into the late model division for next season. On the outside of row 3 and top qualifier tonight, many-time feature winner, the 31 of second place points man, Bill Abill. Green flag is out. Teddy Oliver, Bill Shimko, Joe Liner, Don Braun Jr., top 4 positions entering turn number 3. Hoopengarner trying to move up to the inside of Boron for the number 4 spot. Your leader, Oliver. Second is Leinert. Battle for third between the 5 car of Hoopengarner and the 13 of Shimko. And Hoopengarner does take that number 3 position away. Top qualifier, Bill Abill, on the move up to 4th. Leading is Oliver. Second, Leinert. Third is Martins. Number 5, driven by Hoopengarner. 4th is Abill. We are halfway. 4 laps in, 4 to go. Bill Shimko to the infield for a moment. Oliver leading. Leading is Oliver. Second place is Leinert. Third is Hoopengarner. Fourth, the 31 car of Abil. White flag, final lap for Teddy Oliver. The Pure Stocks lined up nose to tail. This pretty equal field of cars heading to turn 3. Going to turn 4, the Wisman Motorsports, Stewart Flooring, PhilChalmers.com, 49. Teddy Oliver, the fast heat win. Second to Leinert, third to Hoopengarner, fourth to Abil, fifth place to Boron, sixth spot to Mike Martin, seventh place to Shimko in the 13. PhilChalmers.com, Word of Life Church and Scenic Wood Products, number 49 from Canton, Ohio. Put your hands together for Teddy Oliver. Eight laps, second heat for the Pure Stocks. Here we go. And we're 3 wide before we even started. How about that? Good race down the front straightaway. Harmon saw the opening and went a little bit early. So caution flag coming out. 8 laps, second heat. We'll try it again. The start is a good one. We're underway. TJ Barker takes the lead but pushes way up the track in turn number 2. So does Andrews in the number 50 car, but it's going to be Barker middle of the backstretch in the lead. Barker a chance to go to the bottom groove but hasn't done so yet. Passwater Sr. tries to follow him in the 75 and Barker nearly gives up the lead on the front straightaway. Here comes Andrews back to the low side, and Andrews in the Joe Oliver car taking over the lead. 3 wide for the second spot. The number 9 of Harmon joins the battle. Harmon a rookie in the division. For lap number 2 at the completion of it, it's the 50 of Andrews leading the way. Andrews leading, Barker second, third, Harmon fourth is Passwater Sr. Good race, double file action from start to back, and Harmon up the track, and Barker has to check up in the 11 car. Harmon in the 9, closing the door on Barker, and now Harmon being challenged by Passwaters. Passwaters Jr. inside of Harmon for the second spot. He now looks low on Andrews, 3 wide to 3, and Passwaters checks up to avoid a possible mishap. 4 in, 4 to go this time for Andrews in the 50. We've been changing leaders at the line just about every lap as now the 9 of Harmon takes over. Harmon in the 9 car in the lead, goes to the bottom groove. He'll try to pull away from the field, but he gets sideways in dirt tracks through 4. 5 in, 3 to go. It'll be 6 in, 2 to go at the line this time for the number 9 of Nick Harmon. Andrew second. Third is Passwaters Sr. Fourth is Passwaters Jr. White flag this time. 1 more lap to go. Final circuit for the number 9 of Nick Harmon. Harmon holding on to the lead heading down into turn number 3. Still side by side for second. It's going to be Harmon claiming the heat victory. Second spot will go to Passwaters Sr. Andrews finishes third, fourth place to Passwaters Jr., fifth place to the 0 of Bowers, and finishing sixth, the 11 of TJ Barker. Your winner in car number 9, Masslin's Nick Harmon. Harmon's Auto Body, 2 Flash Photography sponsored car. Will be Joe Fuchs in the 4 and Donnie Hayes in the number 1 car. To the stripe in turn 4, an extremely slow pace bringing him in, and it's not going to be a good one as they bring him down the front stretch. So caution flag coming out. Caution flag coming out as we try to go 17 wide into the corner with only 6 cars. Ready for green in turn number 4. The one of Hayes needs to be up beside the number 4 of Fuchs. He wasn't on the first start, and he messes up this one again. Green flag, turn number 4. Green flag is out there rolling. A good start down in turn number 4. Fuchs in the number 4 up the track, and here comes Rector in the 22. Kyle Rector 3 wide for the lead. Del Vecchio clears those 2. Can go to the bottom if he chooses. He does. Goes in a little bit hard though. Slides up the track. 3 wide for second. Running out of room, the 27 of Swaney, the point leader. He checks up to avoid the wall. And leading the way now will be Kyle Rector in turn number 2. Rector taking the lead, and Ennis a great run off of the second turn. Wes Ennis in the number 09 car going to the inside now of Del Vecchio for the second spot. Ennis on the inside of Del Vecchio for the number 2 position. For third, Swaney low on the outside, the 15 car of Del Vecchio. And we have completed 3 laps. There were 5 to go that time. Four in, 4 laps to go for the number 22 of Kyle Rector. Side by side for the lead. Rector inside and Ennis outside. Ennis continues to try to work his way by the number 22 car of Kyle Rector for the lead. Got to run to the inside, but first Rector closes the door. He knew Ennis would be looking there to be the white flag. This time 1 lap to go for the number 22 of Kyle Rector. A race to the checkered on this final lap. Ennis on the outside and Rector on the inside with point leader Braden Swaney chasing them around the 3/10 mile oval. Turn number 4, checkered flag is out, and Kyle Rector racing to the line with the victory. Ennis second, third to Swaney, fourth to Del Vecchio, and finishing 5th, the number 4 of Joe Fuchs. So here for your winner, New Philadelphia driver Kyle Rector. We are 3 wide for the second position. In the lead is Alan Clark in the 0. Battle for second, the 150 of Mike Swaney and the 05 of Paul Stahl. Side by side for third, Paul Stahl on the inside. 50 car of Dan Bucky on the outside lane. Bucky, the point runner-up, coming in by just 3 points. He can actually take the point lead with a top 5 finish if Corey Evie stays boxed in the 21 car. This will be lap number 3 complete at the line this time. It'll be 3 laps in with 5 to go for the 0 car of Alan Clark. Good side-by-side racing back in the field despite the tight confines. And there is Mike Swaney all over one of the Bucky Racing Team cars. Mike Swaney driving on the small oval tonight. And he is right there in the second spot. Halfway, 4 in, 4 to go. Clark leading, but Swaney all over him in the second spot. Bucky running third. Fourth is Frederick to the outside. Here goes the 150 of Swaney. Car pushes up the track, though, and it opens the door to the inside lane, the number 50 of Dan Bucky. Side by side for the lead. Wes Ennis in the 41 has run down all of the Bucky racing cars. Good racing action in our stock compact heat race tonight. Drivers giving each other room despite the tight confines. Oh, Swaney so close to clearing the zero. He's second at the line. Here comes Dan Bucky. He's going to try to thread the needle. But if he tears up the cars, he's got to pay for it. That's the problem. So he checks up. Taking the lead is Swaney. Swaney into the lead, goes to the bottom lane. Swaney coming off of turn 4 to the checkered flag. Your winner, Mike Swaney. Second place is the 0 of Clark. Third goes to Bucky. Fourth place goes to the 41 of Frederick. And fifth to the 151 of Tim Frederick. As the Bucky Mowing Keister implement number 150 pulls to the line, your winner, former flagman here at Midvale Speedway, Mike Swaney. Green flag, turn number 4 for the number 10 of Raleigh Hyder Jr. and the 44 of Bob Parsons. Heat number 1 for the mini trucks. Here comes the number 5 truck of Mike Martin trying to thread the needle, and Robbie Patterson sees the opening on the bottom and goes 3 wide. They'll go 3 wide again. They go around the inside. They go around the outside of the number 10 of Hyder. Locks up the brakes after some slight contact with Martin's truck. Into second goes Patterson. Leading is Schultz. Todd Schultz, the leader in the 55. Second is Patterson. Third is Mike Martin. Fourth is Hyder. And fifth is Parson. Three laps in at the line this time. 3 laps in and 5 to go at the stripe for Todd Schultz and the number 55 truck. Second, Patterson, the top qualifier. Third, the second quick qualifier, the number 5 of Mike Martin. Coming in on 4 laps in, 4 laps to go for the 55 of Schultz. Schultz leading the way, Patterson second, but Martin ready to make a move for the number 2 spot. White flag, 1 lap to go for the number 55 of Schultz. 71 of Campbell second. Third, the number 5 of Mike Martin. They're going to come to the checkered this time, picking up the victory, and truck number 55, Todd Schultz out of Akron, Ohio. Second place, top qualifier Patterson. Third, the number 5 of Mike Martin. Fourth, the number 10 of Hyder, and finishing 5th. Let's have a nice round of applause for your winner, Todd Schultz, and truck number 55, the first of 2 heat races. Schultz from Akron, Ohio, the Canal Fulton Tire truck. From Sunbury, Ohio, 52 is Justin Badgett from Akron, and rounding it out, the number 4 truck of Dennis Garrett III in their green. Second heat for the mini truck division, and Gardner 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Badgett in the 52, making it 3 wide for third. Takes away the third spot from Colmar in the 25 truck, and now goes for second on the inside of Garlick. Top 3 positions now in the battle as Gardner led on lap number 1, but coming to the completion of lap number 2, he's got a challenger. It's Badgett, and Badgett has the lead at the line. Looking to the inside is the 4 of Garrett. The two make contact, then Gardner spins the 52 of Badgett. He's got Garrett on the outside, ready for green. Here we go. 6 laps remain in this second heat race. We're back underway at Midvale Speedway. Six laps in, 2 to go for the number 52 of Justin Badgett. Garrett trying to close in, going to run out of time, maybe with just 1 lap to go. 7 laps complete at the stripe for Badgett. Coming to the checkered off of turn number 4. Badgett claims the victory, second place to Garrett. Third spot to the 77 of Garlick, fourth the 58 truck of Gardner, and the 25 of Colmar. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 52 of Justin Badgett. He's from Akron, Ohio, the C&D Towing Rockies drive-through truck. Bowers in the 0, the first 2 in the rundown. If you get past, you are eliminated. The first of 4 pursuits tonight here at Midvale Speedway. Harmon brings him to green. To the inside for the second position, Teddy Oliver for the number 2 spot. He might be able to take first pretty quickly too as Harmon puts it up in the cushion. Eliminated the 0 of George Bowers. So George Bowers out of this one. Mike Martin and Abil get together a little bit down in 1 and 2. Abil trying to eliminate Mike Martin at the back of the pack. For the race lead, the 49 of Teddy Oliver eliminates the number 9 of Nick Harmon. And Mike Martin just hanging in there by a thread. Martin just hanging in there, and now Hoopengarner in line to be eliminated. He's staying in action right now. Joe Leinert fighting for his life. Here's the 82 car of Bowers to the outside. Looks like Mike Martin in the 6 is going to be able to take a sigh of relief as he pulls back ahead of the 31 car of Abil unless that bottom lane opens up. Good side-by-side action. Meanwhile, Teddy Oliver pulling away from the field in this pursuit race. For the second position, Boron eliminates Joe Leinert. Leinert out of this one. So is Hoopengarner. Hoopengarner in the number 5 pit side eliminated. Martin holding off Abil so far, but goes up the track in 4. Here comes Abil back to the bottom lane. 5 remaining, and look at the 82 car of Boron. He's eliminated now, the 13 car of Shimko. So Bill Shimko eliminated the 13. Oh, going to get tight on the front stretch. They go 3 wide as the 13 car of Shimko pulls over. Abil trying to eliminate Martin. He does, coming off of turn 2. Mike Martin is eliminated. Down to 3 cars left. 3 laps to go for the 49. 2 laps to go, rather, for the 49 of Teddy Oliver. It'll be 8 laps in and 1 to go at the line this time for Teddy Oliver. 8 complete. 1 to go for Oliver at the stripe this time at the line. Boron second, Abil third. Checkered flag off of turn number 4, bringing the number 49 to victory lane for a second time tonight will be Teddy Oliver. Second place to the 82 of Boron, third to the 31 of Abil. Product sponsored 49, 2 for 2 tonight. The points leader on the season from Canton, Ohio, Teddy Oliver. Last call for spectator drags. Last call for spectator drags. You would like to sign up, please come up to the main scoring tower to sign up on the patio. We have 11 entries already for spectator drags tonight. And also those that did sign up, it's time now to take your vehicles and head pit sides. Green will come out of turn 4. Number 1 of Donnie Hayes has been eliminated from action in this pursuit race. 22 Kyle Rector leading the way, Braden Swaney second, and Wes Ennis running third. White flag is out, 1 to go for the 22 of Kyle Rector. Checkered flag is out, and Kyle Rector on his way to a second victory tonight. Braden Swaney finishes second, and finishing third, the 09 of Wes Ennis. Let's have a nice round of applause for a second time tonight for Kyle Rector. Ready for green. 7 laps are until only 1 car remains. We're underway. And already the 41 of Ennis slides high, and here comes the 50 of Bucky to the low side. Dan Bucky in the number 50 car trying to eliminate Wes Ennis. He's hanging in there, but he is about to be gone. Coming out of turn number 4, Wes Ennis is eliminated. Clark leading the way. In the second spot, Howard Bartholow. Third, the 150 of Mike Swaney. Swaney bobbles a little bit. After winning a heat race earlier, Swaney running in the 3rd position, trying to hold off Dan Bucky, who looks to the outside. 3 laps in and 5 to go. At the line this time for the 0 of Alan Clark. Swaney now goes to the outside groove. He gets sideways though in 3 and 4, and Dan Bucky pulls alongside. 4 laps in, 3 laps to go in this pursuit race for the stock compact division. Coming to the checkered flag in turn number 4, coming to the line, your winner, Alan Clark. Second place goes to Swaney. Third place goes to Bartholow. Fourth place to the 50 of Bucky. Stock compacts, keeping it clean on the small oval. Pulling to the line, the 0 of Uricksville's Alan Clark. Keister Implement, Eastern Ohio Sports Complex, the sponsors for Clark this season. We will go green coming off of turn number 4. 8 trucks, 8 laps or until only 1 remains. This pursuit is underway. Battles back in the field. 2 rows of a couple wide. The 4 truck of Dennis Garrett III has been eliminated. 55 truck of Schultz trying to stay in there, but here comes the number 5 of Martin. I think he's going to eliminate Schultz, may eliminate the 52 of Badgett as well. Schultz in the 55 is eliminated. Oh, the 5 of Martin making it 4 wide into the corner. Look out. Ready for a restart. 1 lap in, 7 laps to go. Garlic in the 77 and the number 5 of Martin coming off of turn 4. We're underway. Martin looking to the inside of Garlic for the lead down in turns number 1 and 2. And Martin will eliminate the 77 of Garlic. Down to 2 trucks remaining. Martin in the 5 and Patterson in the 71. Martin leading the way, second place, the 71 of Patterson. Patterson is closing just slightly on the number 5 of Martin, but there is only 1 lap to go. 7 laps in, final lap for the number 5 of Mike Martin. Coming to the checkered off of turn number 4, picking up his first win in the mini truck division, Mike Martin. Second spot to the number 71 of Robbie Patterson. Your winner in the number 5 truck, let's hear it from Mike Martin. Martin from Massillon, Ohio, the Canton Car Connection Shelby Sweets and Treats sponsored ride. Trevor Kutchell outside lane in the Honda on the inside. It's Larry Smith. Smith spins the tires. Not once, not twice, but 3 times as he lights them up going into the corner. Underway for our first race of spectator drags this evening. I have 11 on my list. There could be 1 or 2 more depending on who all lined up pit side. We roll into 3. Larry Smith has to woe her down. Truck doesn't handle all that well, but he will pick up a victory in our first spectator drag event. Larry Smith, the victory lane of race number 1. Couple of part-time drivers in racing action at Midvale Speedway, not in competition tonight, but they are in spectator drags, and they're underway. Schreffler on the low lane and Ennis on the outside. Schreffler into the lead. Schreffler down the back stretch. Ennis closing, but might come up short. He will, coming off of turn number 4 to the line. Schreffler claims the victory. We got a Subaru on the inside, Jared Martin. We've seen him in victory lane before in spectator drags. They're off at racing. Martin inside and Dennis Garrett on the outside. This is a pretty equal matchup. I'll take the car and half a track. Down into the corner, the Subaru of Martin. Oh, the truck giving it a good battle. Going to come up just right around 30 car lengths short. And Martin claims the victory. The truck of Garrett. Corey Hunt on the outside lane. Corey Hunt on the outside. In the Honda Civic, they're off. And Hunt's got the advantage on the Corvette. Uh-oh. And Corey Hunt takes the lead into turn 3. Levet looks good, but it's just not quite going to get the job done in this race. For round number 1, Corey Hunt, the victory of Kevin Reniker. They're off. Oh, Reniker lighting him up all the way down into the corner. Looks like he's had a close mishap with something on the left rear. Might need more than just the left rear quarter panel after this race. Locker and Reniker nearly hit on the back straightaway. They go to turn 3. Locker trying to hold off the Firebird. They come to the line, and it will be Locker the victory. And Reniker will burn one out with his celebratory losing donuts. And they're off. They're rolling. I believe that could be Bob Hunter on the inside in the blue car, but he's in second place. In second place in spectator drags is not only the first loser, but the only loser. As we come to the line, checkered flag. We've got the Barberton Raceway Park pace car, Jim Ripley behind the wheel. There might not be a pace car at Barberton next Friday. Gabe Pringle's on the inside. Gabe Pringle, the driver mediator, taking some time out from hearing complaints in the pits right now. He is going to race at least one lap. Green is out, and they're off. The Daytona, the Charger on the outside. Jim Ripley and Gabe Pringle. They raced each other years ago here at Midvale Speedway in the sportsman type division at a fall classic, and they weren't on speaking terms at the end of that day. This time, there's not really going to be anything to talk about other than this win for the BRP pace car. Coming to the line, Jim Ripley. Gabe Pringle, well, about a 5-car length deficit. The car. The car's got the start. He doesn't close the door, though, and Smith pulls alongside in 1 and 2. Side by side in the second turn. Schreffler clears the truck of Smith. Smith's got plenty more power. Drag strip racing down into turn 3. Pulls alongside. First race of round number 2. Could he get him at the line? No. Going to come up short, as it's going to be round number 2 for Ryan Schreffler. Larry Smith, good effort. Inside Martin, outside is Hunt. They're off at the line, a pretty good equal start as they head into the first turn. Hunt's got a good run in that second groove, but it's the inside lane. The impressive Jared Martin taking the lead off of the corner. Diving back to the inside, here comes Hunt in the Honda. Look at him go. Corey Hunt passing a Subaru. Oh, Hunt's going to get sideways though. They come to the line. Who will it be? Hunt. Green waving, they're off, an equal start at the line. See if Reniker, with all that power, can pass Locker. Locker handles really well, and he does handle extremely well through 1 and 2, but here comes the power under the Corvette hood. Into the lead going into the third turn. Reniker, but here comes Locker fighting back in 3 and 4. There is a wall there, so he gets on the brakes, and coming across the line first is Bob Reniker, singing to himself inside the car. If you listen real close when he drives by, you may be able to hear his vocals. They go down into the corner, and Ripley in the Barberton Raceway Park pace car in the lead. Ripley into turn 3 with the advantage, running strong. So fast, almost the decals, ready to peel off the side of the car as Ripley claims the win. In round number 2, he heads to round 3, and he doesn't have paint on the fenders. Ready to go green, they're off at the line. Bob Reniker in the outside group. Who's going to do it? Oh, Reniker way up the track. Will he run him down on the straightaway? Who's got the better power? It's pretty much equal. But Reniker runs him down in the third turn. Onto the rumble bumps, both of the cars. They come to the line. Corey Hunt by a few car lengths over Reniker in the Corvette. It runs in the Renneker family blood. Burnouts and spectator drags. Here we go. It's the championship race on the line. Just a trophy here at the flag stand. They're off and racing. Hunt takes the advantage and close call in turn 1 and 2. Hunt the advantage down the backstretch into the third turn. Ripley trying to close. He forgot to put the 70 on the side of his car as they come across the line. Ripley up against the wall. Drivers as they get ready for this 50-lap feature here at Midvale Speedway. Again, the lineup of McCreary and Courtney in row 1, row number 2 of Westlake and Stewart, row number 3 of Ripley and McClintock, row number 4 of Tedesco, the top qualifier in the 17, the 16 car of Rowley, the 4 of Mills, the 82 car of Ertl, and the number 12 of Archer. 50 laps the distance in the modified. Green flag is out and we're underway as McCreary and Courtney race through turns 1 and 2 for the second row. A little bit of contact between Todd Ripley and Bill Westlake. That helps the outside lane out. The outside lane, Stewart moves forward. So does the 38 car of McClintock and the 51 car of Westlake. Single file first, 6 drivers. Here comes Kevin McClintock to the inside of Stewart. Into the corner and Stewart closes the door. They continue on though. McClintock in the number 4 position. Westlake running 5th, side by side for the 6th position between Todd Ripley and Ryan Tedesco. Tedesco trying to move forward in the outside lane as the cars stack up on the bottom. Lee McCreary the leader, Justin Courtney second, third is Adam Stewart, fourth Kevin McClintock, but Ryan Tedesco is on the move in the second groove. Tedesco, the top qualifier, got boxed in his 7th starting spot. He's sort of boxed in right now as he can't get a run to the outside of the 38 of McClintock. Leading is McCreary. Here comes Tedesco to the outside of McClintock on the front straightaway. Ryan Tedesco, high side, McClintock inside, and Tedesco is up to the 4th spot. McCreary leading, Courtney second, third is Stewart, fourth is Tedesco as he sets his sights on the lead trio. 8 laps in at the line this time, 8 laps in for the number 2 of Lee McCreary. Tedesco now catching the 2nd and 3rd place cars of Courtney and Stewart. 5th place, McClintock. 6th place, Westlake. 7th is Ripley. 8th, the number 4 car of Mills, and 9th, the 12 of Archer. Here comes the 17 of Tedesco, looking to the outside of Stewart for the 3rd spot. Stewart closes the door on the front straightaway, but now Tedesco will get a run at Stewart for the 3rd position. Side by side for the number 3 spot. Whoa! Stewart takes Tedesco all the way up by the outside retaining wall. Don't know whether he didn't see him or not, but we're side by side, and now Stewart has his hands full in the 62. Ryan Tedesco up into the 3rd position. See if that affects the handling of either of the cars as they made a little bit of contact. Not what you want to do in the open wheel cars. Hasn't seemed to affect Tedesco as he now starts to work on the number 5 of Justin Courtney for 2nd. Archer all over the place on the front straightaway in the 12 car. Gets it under control as he goes into turn 1. Tedesco now starting to apply pressure on the number 5 of Justin Courtney. Tedesco working on the number 5 of Justin Courtney for the 2nd position. Back in the field, we've got Archer side by side with Matthew Mills as well. A couple of 2-car battles on the raceway. The most important one, though, is for the 2nd position. Tedesco working the high lane. Great run off of the 2nd corner. He had her lined up well there, and he pulls alongside, and he's going to eventually clear the number 5 in turn 4. Ryan Tedesco up to the 2nd spot. Back to 3rd goes Courtney. 4th place is the 62 of Stewart. Long way to go yet as we complete lap number 20. 20 laps into the race. 30 laps to go as Bernie Booth looks over the field for yet another race here at Midvale Speedway in 2012. McCreary leading the way, closing in on the halfway mark of this race. Tedesco trying to be smooth now. Couple tenths quicker the last time around for Tedesco than the number 2 of McCreary, but McCreary was working slower traffic. Neil Rowley moving over for the leaders. We have gone green for the first half of this race just about now, as it will be 24 complete this time. 24 in, 26 to go. .25 in, 25 to go as Bernie Booth shows the field the halfway signal this time. 25 laps from the finish for the number 2 of Lee McCreary. McCreary leading, but Tedesco is now visually starting to close just a little bit. Couple of tenths quicker that time. Cutting the gap, he will most likely catch him before the end of this race, even if we don't have a caution. Courtney running a strong 3rd. Stewart having his best run of the season. New car for him in 4th. Running 5th, the 38 car of Kevin McClintock. 6th is Bill Westlake. Battle for 7th right behind him between the 00 of Ripley and a spin coming out of turn 4. Matthew Mills has gone around, and yellow flag is out. Caution flag is out for the number 4 car of Matthew Mills as the rookie is spun coming out of turn 4. 26 laps in. 24 laps to go in this modified 50-lap feature. Was reeling in the leader, and now he starts side by side for the number 1 position. It's McCreary on the inside, and on the outside, Ryan Tedesco filling in for Randy Smart. They bring to turn 4 the field for green. 24 to go. Into turns 1 and 2, McCreary and Tedesco going at it for the lead, and Tedesco looks solid in the outside lane earlier this season. He and Todd Ripley ran side by side for the lead for the whole 25 laps. Tonight, he's going to try to clear the number 2 of McCreary at the front. He does as they go into 1 and 2, still gives Lee McCreary room, and off of turn 2 is in the lead. The 17 of Ryan Tedesco takes the number 1 spot. Second place is McCreary. Third was 62 of Stewart. Fourth place battle between Justin Courtney and the 51 car of Westlake. Westlake running the outside lane and looking good in the second groove. How about Bill Westlake, the 51 car, the driver from Steubenville, up to fourth. Tedesco continues to lead. It's 33 laps into the books. Second place, McCreary. Battle for third, fourth, and fifth. Bill Westlake having his best Midvale career race as he puts it in the outside groove and is moving forward. Westlake, the driver from Steubenville, is making it happen in the second lane. Stewart on the inside groove as they battle for third, and Westlake impressing many tonight. Up to third. 35 in, 15 to go. Also on the move, the number 12 car of Scott Archer and Todd Ripley in the 00 car. Having the right front go down, Todd Ripley. Something breaking on the 00 car of Todd Ripley.
What broke? Looks like a ball joint. Oh boy.
His by far best run of the season. Westlake used to race here in the Detroit Iron and then in the modified division, then went to dirt for a few years to our east and southeast, but fortunately it's moving toward the east. Looks like day and evening, but taking a look at radar, it looks like it might go to the slapper of not getting it fueled up all the way. I'm sure they didn't make this. 8 cars left, final 15 circuits on the way. Tedesco trying to hold them off. Second, third, fourth, and on back. The battles could be furious as Archer's also on the move in the 12 car. Here we go to the green, turn 4. Into turn 1, Tedesco inside and McCreary outside. Ryan Tedesco back into the lead in the 17. McCreary, good job to get to the bottom of the raceway. The 51 car of Westlake running side by side with the 62 of Stewart. 36 laps in, 14 to go. Westlake and Stewart close racing, coming off of 2. Stewart trying to hold him off and will. Boy, Stewart just able to hold off Westlake there. Westlake's car seems to be better in the high lane. We'll see if he goes out there now. Kevin McClintock and Justin Courtney in a battle back in the field. Courtney gives him room in 3 and 4. Side by side they race down in turns 3 and 4. final 10 laps. It'll be 9 laps to go this time. 9 laps to go for the number 17 of Tedesco, leading the way in this modified feature, still laying down some good laps in the 15.3s consistently over the last few circuits. McCreary running second, Stewart running third, fourth place, the number 12 car of Archer. As Westlake, his good run towards the front has been stalled somewhat after that restart. Car just not quite running the same lap times as it was before. Of course, some of the other cars speeding up a little bit after cooling down their tires. 7 to go for Tedesco. Five more laps to go. 45 in, 5 to go for the 17 of Tedesco. Archer thinking about making a move on the number 62 car of Stewart for the third position. Archer looking to the outside of Stewart for third. 3 laps remain. 47 have been completed for Ryan Tedesco. As now the 12 of Archer does get to the outside of Stewart for the third spot. White flag this time, 1 more lap to go for the 17 of Tedesco. Coming to the checkered off of turn 4, filling in for Randy Smart tonight from New Philadelphia, Ryan Tedesco, the 50-lap victory. McCreary second, Stewart third, fourth to Archer, fifth place, the 51 car of Westlake in fifth. Sixth spot goes to McClintock, seventh place to Courtney, and eighth to Neil Rowley. Taking the lap around the speedway with a 50-lap win in the modifieds. He claimed a modified victory a few weeks ago driving the Rosenberry car. He claims one tonight in the Smart car. As in, it's owned by Randy Smart. Not a Smart car, though. We should start a Smart car division down here. That'd be fun. The Dr. Kurt Guerin, Shook Auto, Adam Myers Podiatry, Russ Moore & Sons Concrete, Maslin Machine, McBride's Hidden Horsepower, Your Pizza Shop, Tedesco Racing Graphics, number 17, getting congratulations from his son down here saying, "Good job, Daddy." Wisman Motorsports also on this number 17, getting ready to climb out from behind the wheel of the car with the win tonight, Ryan Tedesco. Ryan, congratulations. Win tonight in the 17. You had to do it the hard way. Started back in the 7th spot, qualified well tonight, and this car was good.
Yeah, I can't say we got any of them the easy way. We got all but the leader. You know, we were running him down, but it's kind of easier when you line up there and you're already given the spot. That's half the battle, is getting the outside lane from the guy, letting him know you're there.
Car looked good in the outside groove. The outside lane must be pretty decent tonight.
Yeah, it's real good. I wish I had the late model to run here in the next race.
Well, it'd be nice. Hey, you can run home and try to put it back together real quick. We got a race in between.
That'd be nice if I could wave my fingers. I'd have had it done by now. But man, Smart asked me to do this. Fill in for him when he was on vacation. He asked me back around Thanksgiving. I did the body on it for him, and he asked me if I'd fill in for him on my vacation, and I told him I'd do it in a heartbeat because this thing was, I drove it a little bit last year, and this thing is just such a fun car to drive. Anybody else you want to thank tonight? Greg Hole, my dad, they were over in the pits. They helped out tonight. Got to thank Randy and Kim for letting me drive it, and I might miss one, but we got Wisman Motorsports, Shook Auto, Kurt Guerin MD, Russmore Concrete, Maslin Machine. I'm sure I'm missing something. Every doctor in the area. That's another one. Ryan Tedesco, your winner tonight in the 17 car.
Nice job, Ryan.
Andy Miller Podiatry on the right side of the ride. That was one we missed earlier, but I think we covered just about everyone else. Good race in race number 1. We're coming up on our second of 6 features tonight. A lot of action yet to go tonight at Midvale Speedway, brought to you by Stewart Flooring, as well as McDonald's Restaurants of the Tuscarawas County area, and Quaker Digital Academy. This race going 15 laps the distance. We're underway. Howard Barthlow in the 115. The 150 of Mike Swaney starting in the second row. Swaney already going for the number 2 position on the inside of Barthlow. The 41 of Wes Ennis running 4th. 151 car on the outside running 5th. That's Chris Bloom. 1 lap in, 14 to go. Sideways is Dan Bucky in the 50 car. He keeps on rolling. Oh, Dan Bucky with a flat right rear tire. Bad break for Bucky in the 50 with a flat right rear. Slides into the infield, keeps on going. We have now completed at the line 2 laps in. So a bad break for Dan Bucky in the 50 cars. A flat right rear tire takes him out of contention. His team cars, though, going for the race lead. It's a battle for the number 1 position as the 0 of Alan Clark battles with the number 150 of Mike Swaney on the outside groove. Swaney in the outside lane taking over the race lead down in turns 1 and 2. Mike Swaney goes into the top spot. Back to second goes Clark. Third spot is Wes Ennis in the 41. Good clean racing tonight in the stock compacts. Wes Ennis on the outside lane. .150 of Mike Swaney has gone under his qualifying time twice during the race. He's going to get the speeding ticket as Swaney has broken out of his qualifying time. The new race for the lead is for second. New race for the lead is for second as it's the 0 of Alan Clark and the 41 of Wes Ennis. Bad break for Swaney. He had that race wrapped up. Into the lead goes Ennis. Battle for second. The 0 of Clark on the inside lane. On the outside, the 151 of Tim Frederick. Frederick's car, driven by Ennis, is actually leading right now. In the lead, Wes Ennis. Second, Tim Frederick. Third, Alan Clark. Fourth spot, the 115 of Bartholow. Fifth, the number 21 of Corey Evie. Ten laps in. 5 to go this time for Wes Ennis. For the fourth position, the 21 of top qualifier Corey Evie trying to make a move on Bartholow. Wes Ennis pulling away. He was in the top 4 in our qualifying session earlier tonight, so he is exempt from the breakout rule. 2 laps to go for Ennis, as well as the 151 of Frederick, the 0 car of Clark, the 21 of Evie now moving into the 4th spot. Bartholow in the 5th position. White flag, 1 to go. Down the back straightaway into the 3rd corner they race in this stock compact 15-lap feature that will go flag to flag. The double checkers in the air, and winning will be Wes Ennis in car number 41. 2nd place to the 151 of Tim Frederick. 3rd to the 0 of Alan Clark. 4th to Corey Evie, and finishing 5th, the 115 of Howard Bartholow. Bowling into the line, the winner tonight, the Bucky Mowing. Number 41, owned by Tim Frederick tonight. Wes Ennis driving the number 41 and finding himself a victory. He'll be driving the 09 Compact on the big oval later. Mike Swaney also here in victory lane. Mike had himself a great race going and went under his qualifying time, unfortunately. There's your winner, Wes Ennis. Wes, congratulations on your win tonight in this 41 car. It was pretty good. You don't drive the small oval very much. In fact, I can't remember how many times you've actually done it. You're usually running on the big oval. Tonight you get a chance to do both.
Yeah, the small oval was a lot different. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Barberton. It's kind of like that, but this car don't have the power the Cavaliers do either. So
it's really flat down in turns 3 and 4 here. It's a little bit of banking in 1 and 2, but you seem to be able to set up your passes pretty nicely.
Oh yeah, the car, it's not loose, it's not tight, it's just perfect. It rolls through the corners. So
let's hear it for your winner, Wes Ennis.
How about beating Goofy Tim?
Wave them off for 50 laps of action tonight here at Midvale Speedway. Ready to go racing 1 lap from now. late model division here at Midvale. Gene Molnar Jr. and Tim Sibla on the front row. The caution lights are turned out, and we're going to go to green with lightning in the sky. Fireworks about to take place on the raceway surface as Molnar in the 48, Sibla in the 49 will come to green. Row number 2 of Preston Walker and Alex Rosenberry. Row number 3 of Brian Smith and Bob Schneider Jr. Row number 4 of Mike Miller and Rich Desecker. Row number 5 has Jonathan Ritter and Bubba Smith. And row 6 of Rick Sibla, your top qualifier. Green flag is out. Down through turns 1 and 2. Tim Sibla looking pretty sporty in the outside lane, but not sporty enough. Now he gets a good run down the backstretch. Pulls ahead of Molnar, entering 3 and 4. We complete lap number 1. Leader at the line, Gene Molnar Jr. Rosenberry in the 2 car having a sluggish start. He slides back a little bit in the outside groove. Brian Smith on the inside for the number 4 position. Lap number 2 to be complete at the line this time. Molnar leads. Walker taking second. Preston Walker driving the Smith car for the first time this season up into the number 2 spot. Brian Smith looking for third. He'll take it away. Looking for fourth now will be Mike Miller in the 22 car. He's on the move. So is Ritter in the 28. Rosenberry boxed in behind the 49 of Tim Sibla. Four laps in and 46 to go as Molnar leads, but Preston Walker ready to go to the outside lane. Preston Walker looking high. Here comes the team car. Brian Smith to the inside. Tonight he'll be looking for his 4th feature win of the season. First, second, and third in a battle at Midvale Speedway during this 50-lap feature. Walker on the outside lane. On the inside is Brian Smith. Stankiewicz with some heavy damage to the front of his car. Got caught up with somebody. And Preston Walker and Mike Miller are tangled up on the backstretch. Big time accident on the back straightaway as Preston Walker in the 121 car, Mike Miller in the 22 are heavily damaged on the backstretch. Big time crash in our late model feature after it was so clean early on. Preston Walker went up the banking, got sideways and clipped Mike Miller, who had nowhere to go. Walker sideways in the second groove all on his own. John Chapman from Mid-Vid Racing Video with a great view of that one. John on hand as well as Craig, both from Mid-Vid Racing Video doing a fine job. I think Craig was going to tape from the infield or perhaps the back straightaway. They also have an angle from 3 and 4, but unfortunate crash as Preston Walker, who was running pretty well in the Randy Smith 121 car tonight, got sideways coming off of turn 2 as he came down the banking. He clipped the right side of Mike Miller's car. That's the Jayberg Racing, Ron Jayberg Jr. Racing, number 22. Badly damaged the right side of his car, though Miller looks like he's going to start to pull away. Jonathan Ritter getting out of his car down in turn number 4. He's got some bad damage to the right side of his ride as well. We've completed 5 laps. There are 45 to go in this late model feature, paying $1,200 to the winner. We see Mike Miller's 22 car going pit side.
Maybe I should have done better. Hey, give me a sawzall. You got a sawzall. Pick it up. Hey, pick the car up. Another. Hey, man, that looks like the door bars. Door bars and body. That's what's good. Yeah. Try and get it. Yeah. Yeah, I figured he tried to the rain.
Story. Bend that down there.
Jack. That's all right. Jack up.
And the chassis for the main part. They'll have to replace the right side of the body work, but it looks like the wheel's going in the right direction. Ready with a couple of cars dropping out in those positions, so big break for Sibla as he's moved up to third, looking to sweep the weekend. Won last night at Barberton Raceway Park, looking for the win at Midvale tonight. Green flag, turn 4. We're back underway. Great restart. The outside lane moving forward. Bryant Smith and Gene Molnar Jr. in a good battle for the race lead on the back straightaway. They go to turn 3. Up the track a little bit goes Molnar, nearly rubbing some paint. Smith hanging on to the outside lane. He's the leader at the line on lap number 6. Molnar up the track. Here comes Sibla to the bottom. 3 wide on the backstretch. Sibla to the inside. Side by side for the lead continues. Sibla and Smith going at it. 2 of the winningest drivers at Midvale this year. Smith gets into the wall. Down into Sibla he goes. Up the track they go. And Smith goes into the wall. Bryant Smith got into the outside retaining wall on the front stretch. When he came off the wall, he clipped Sibla. They went down through the grass. They went up and hit the wall. The leaders involved as Smith got into the wall on the front stretch. When he came off the wall, he hit the 63 of Sibla. Sibla nowhere to go. He climbs out of his car down in turn number 2. Damage to both rides. Smith will head pit side. Sibla saying, "What's up?" as he goes by, as we have 7 laps complete. Seven complete, 43 to go. Molnar and Bubba Smith up front. We've got Rich Desecker and Tim Sibla in the second row. Grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, as we're doing our third feature of the evening. We've had a lot of nights this year end somewhere around 9, 10 o'clock, but the Not count out the 21 car of Dessecker. 17 of Schneider. Having a solid run, a time or two during the 2012 season as well. Stankiewicz, his first night, he's been able to run without having mechanical issues. Stankiewicz in the 42 had problems earlier this season. A couple of different times he's been here. Molnar and Smith, first row, coming to green off of turn number 4. They go into turn number 3. They will get the green in the 4th corner. They're side by side. They get to the line. They hit the go pedal. They're underway at Midvale Speedway. Down into the 1st and 2nd turn we go. Molnar and Smith side by side for the lead. Smith will take the lead. Bubba Smith into the lead position. Molnar back to 2nd. 3rd spot, the 21 car of Rich Dessecker, 3 wide, back of the field. Stankiewicz off the pace in the 42. For the number 4 position, Schneider on the inside. On the outside is Tim Sibla. Lap number 9, complete at the line, 41 to go. .42 of Tom Stankiewicz bringing out the yellow. Bumper to bumper, door to door, wheel to wheel. They come to turn 4, ready for a restart. 9 laps in the books. Smith back into the lead. Here comes Dessecker. .48 of Molnar getting into the 21 of Dessecker heading into turn 1. Contact with Dessecker creating the spin. Racing deal down in the 1st corner. The 02 car of Jesse Page restarting in the 10th spot. 40 laps from the finish. Green flag, turn number 4. Side by side as Dessecker and Smith go at it for the race lead. Good racing for the number 1 position. Smith starting to inch forward. And Bubba Smith at the line leads lap number 11. Getting to the bottom, Dessecker nearly closed the door, just about involved in a spin with Schneider, but they continue racing. Schneider gave him just enough room to get in. Mid-pack, we've got the 06 of Larry Baker racing the outside lane. Only template car on the racetrack other than the 49 of Sibla tonight. Smith and Dessecker pulling away from the field. Schneider running 3rd. 4th is Sibla. 5th place, the 2 of Rosenberry. Alex Rosenberry setting up a move here soon on the number 49 of Tim Sibler for the 4th position. 22 car of Mike Miller running right behind him. Miller running pretty well after a number of pit stops after the crash on the back straightaway to get the car running again. And Rosenberry got to run momentarily on Sibler, but Sibler plenty of smoke underneath the hood of that 49. Rosenberry in the number 2, starting to make a move again on the number 49 of Tim Sibler. They go down into turn number 3. Rosenberry in the 2, Sibler in the 49, racing on the front straightaway. They are the 4th, 5th, and 6th place cars. Rosenberry's car just not up to speed tonight, and Mike Miller starting to mount a challenge at Rosenberry for the number 5 spot. Smith leading the way, he and Desecker in a 2-car breakaway. Some good distance between each other. Mike Miller all over the number 2 of Rosenberry, turned him sideways on the front stretch, and he's ready to go at him again. So Mike Miller, the aggressor, as Rosenberry tries to hold on to a top 5 finish. Youngster against the veteran for the number 5 spot. Rosenberry just not getting off the turn well tonight. 26 laps in the books for Bubba Smith, the race leader, and that battle continues as Mike Miller, missing the passenger side door, racing hard with Rosenberry. He sets him up this time, looks to the low side. Rosenberry gives him a little bit of room, and the battle in turn number 4 on the front straightaway. Mike Miller has him at the line. Ron Kirkpatrick moving over to the bottom, letting Bubba Smith go by to the outside lane, and he will go to the infield. Ron Kirkpatrick pulling off the track his first night of the 2012 racing season. A little bit of a miss, it sounds like, on the number 12 car of Smith, but still running strong. Pulling away from the number 21 of Rich Desecker. Running third, the 17 of Bob Schneider Jr. Fourth, pretty good run tonight for Tim Sibler, but Mike Miller is there. Miller looking to the inside of Sibler for the 4th position. Into the corner. Miller being aggressive here late in the race and having a pretty good run despite the damage to the right side from early on. Oh, and Gene Molnar Jr., he's got some mechanical issues. The 48 car of Molnar. Could hear something going astray on that car down in turns 1 and 2 and down the front stretch. Miller racing hard with the 49 car of Tim Sibla. It's for the 4th spot. Sibla has a hard time exiting turn 2. Car pushes up. That's going to be Miller's chance to get underneath him, exiting the corner just like he did on the number 2 of Rosenberry. See if he sets him up down in turns 1 and 2. He goes high. He's going to try to duck under him. In turn 2, he does look to the inside, and Miller's got to run on Sibla down into turn 3, but just not able to get in far enough. Sibla closes the door. He'll again try it again. Front straightaway, not a run. He'll go high into turn 1, duck across low side. He's just held up enough. Sibla just checked up enough middle of the turn to stop the run by Miller. Closing in on the final 10 laps of the race, Bubba Smith putting it to the field right now. Larry Baker off the pace in the 06 car. It will be 40 laps in. 40 laps in for the number 12 car of Bubba Smith. This time, Mike Miller working so hard at a run on Sibla. Gets another run down into turn 3. Right on the rear bumper of Sibla. He's actually got into him a couple of times, just unable to make the pass. The template car against the outlaw car. Oh, that time Sibla slid up a little higher. Bubba Smith on the front stretch. Hear him check the throttle a little bit. Desecker running by himself in 2nd. Schneider running by himself in 3rd. Then Sibla and Miller 4th and 5th. Oh, Miller again. Good battle between those two drivers. Miller putting his front nose right underneath the rear bumper of Sibla. Lap after lap, corner after corner. Again pulls alongside. Miller might have him this time. Mike Miller finally pulling up to the inside of Sibla. Patience paid off for Mike Miller. The veteran driver moves up into the 4th position to take away the spot. Leading the way, Bubba Smith. Mike Miller has closed on Schneider. Mike Miller has caught Bob Schneider Jr. His run toward the front continues tonight. He looks to the outside in turns 3 and 4. They got that car pretty good despite the damage to the right side and the right front suspension. Miller puts it in the outside lane. He's got a legitimate shot over the final couple of laps on the final 3 laps right now. It will be 2 to go at the line for Bubba Smith in the number 12 car. 2 laps remain. Miller goes back to the bottom lane, but Schneider protects that groove well as Smith closes on Rosenberry at the back of the pack. Rosenberry currently running 6th. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Bubba Smith. And his engine miss continues in that 12 car. The 21 of Desecker 2nd. Baker nearly getting into the wall. Battle for 3rd as Miller pulls alongside Schneider. They'll battle on this final lap. Double checkers in the air. Bubba Smith, first win of the season. Miller's going to get Schneider for the 3rd spot. Finishing 2nd is Desecker. Schneider and Miller race up the banking in 4. Schneider sideways and Miller takes 3rd. What a run for Mike Miller. 4th spot to the 17 of Schneider. And then we've got 5th of Sibla and 6th of Rosenberry. Final car on the lead lap. What a run for Mike Miller, finishing 3rd, coming through late in the race in the 22. Yet another 2nd place run for the 21 of Desecker. He's had plenty of them this year. Good run for Mike Miller, finishing 3rd in the 22. And a long time coming for the driver of the number 12. Your winner, first of the season for the two-time late model champion, Bubba Smith. Well, Bubba, congratulations. I'm sure you wish the wrecks didn't happen up in front of you, but I'm sure you're really glad to get to victory lane. It's been a long time coming this season. The car's been good at times in qualifying, but just to keep it running, the car's had a hard time getting grip coming off the corners. Tonight it was good enough, and actually sounded like it had a miss during the race, but it was still strong.
Yeah, about the last half of the race, it started to develop a miss. It got worse as we went. But Tommy, he's been working on his car all year. I can't thank him enough. He got this thing going good tonight. It was on a rail there for the first probably 3/4 of the race. It started to lose it at the end, but had a good lead. And if it wasn't for Tommy, we'd be lost without him.
First couple of rows, we had some crashes in front of you. How do you avoid those? Do you just aim for the crash and hope they move out of the way, or you just try to maneuver your way through it?
Usually get on the brakes and you kind of play it out as they're moving in your head to see where you think they're going to go. You try to hit where they're not going to be. I've been pretty lucky my whole career actually missing wrecks. I'm just happy I actually didn't get a mark on the car. I didn't touch nobody tonight. So it's a good night to come home with a win and not touch anybody. I got to go home, put the car on the lift, and get it ready for next weekend.
Let's hear it for your winner tonight, Bubba Smith.
Yeah, I got to thank my dad. I had problems with my fire suit tonight, so I'm rocking my dad's fire suit, so it must be good luck.
Getting ready. We've got 3 features left. Stay with us here tonight at Midvale Speedway. Next week, the Super Cup Stock Car Series. The following week, the Super Modifieds. Can't wait to see their return. It's been about 10 seasons since the Super Modifieds have been here. Super Modifieds putting on a great show when they did race here. We quit having them actually because our catch fence was old, and we were afraid about a car getting out of control and hitting into the catch fence. Well, now we've got new fencing all the way around the track, and the Super Modified to be back next 2 weeks from now, the 18th of August. Rounding out our field, Mike Martin, the number 6, second fast in qualifying. Top qualifier tonight, the 31 of Bill Abil. He's won a number of features this season. Ace Auto Body Gym Service, Classic Car Creations. 9's Nick Harmon, 75 is Bob Passwaters Sr. Bob Passwaters Jr. in the 74 at the back of the pack. 50 car, Alan Andrews. We've also got the 11 of T.J. Barker. T.J. Barker in car number 11. The green is out. We're underway. Oliver into the lead. And the field stacking up. Second on back. Liner trying to take second away. He does, down in 3 and 4 from the 0 of Bowers, who falls into third. Running fourth, the 13 of Shimko. Shimko, though, has Boron looking to the inside. He gives him a little bit of room. To his outside is Hoopengarner in the 5. Contact between Boron and Shimko, and Gary Hoopengarner in the Shelby Sweets and Treats. Number 5 goes to the outside. 2 laps in, 18 to go in this 20-lap feature for the Pure Stock Division. Mike Martin in the number 6 on the outside of Shimko. For the number 5 position, Martin. Now the 3-wide battle there is the 82 car. 82 car of Boron joining the action. 3 wide, Shimko gets shuffled back in the middle lane. Hoopengarner for third. Gary Hoopengarner for the third spot outside of Bowers. Leinert trying to close on Oliver to apply some pressure at the front of the pack. Oh, Hoopengarner gets some contact from Bowers. He's going to be able to steer out of it. There's that dirt racing experience for Hoopengarner. And for the fourth position, oh, Hoopengarner still dirt tracking down in two that time by himself. Mike Martin for the fourth position. Martin, second quick in qualifying, starts his move forward. Back there as well, the 31 car of Bill Abill. Bowers up the track, opens the bottom, but Abill couldn't fill it up quick enough. He'll go to the outside as well soon, I think, unless the bottom opens up first. Behind him, Boron and the 9 of Harmon. Two-car breakaway for Teddy Oliver and Joe Leinert. Here comes Abill, the top qualifier, for the fifth position, inside of Bowers in the 0. I'm also watching Passwaters in the 74, working by the 13 of Shimko behind them. Don Boron Jr. moving up in the 82. He clears the 0 of Bowers, who started on the front row of this race. Teddy Oliver running consistent laps at the front of the pack. Third, fourth on back, they need a caution. Halfway, 10 laps in, 10 to go in this pure stock feature. And trouble in the corner, and Andrews in the 50 has the 74 of Passwaters and runs right into the front end of the car, getting the radiator on the number 50 of Andrews. Not sure if it got the radiator on the 74 of Passwaters. It doesn't look to be steaming, though the 50 of Andrews is. Ready for the green. The caution lights are turned out. Oliver and Leinert to bring him in, but Hoopengarner and Martin in row number 2. The Canton Car Connection cars are strong so far for the restart. Green flag is out. Into turns 1 and 2 we go. The top two pulling away by a car length over the third place car of Hoopengarner. Leinert not yet able to get to the bottom. The room isn't there. Let's see if he finds the room on the front stretch. No. Here comes Hoopengarner into second. Gary Hoopengarner up into the second spot. Bill Abill, a chance to take third. Remember, he started deep in the field tonight after his best qualifying effort of the season. Abill moving into the third position. Back to fourth goes Joe Leinert. In fifth, Mike Martin, but he's going for fourth right now. 7 to go. Abill was way sideways down in 1 and 2, just about got into the back end of the number 5 car of Martin, driven by Hoopengarner tonight. Mike Martin stepping out of line, back at the number 5 position. Teddy Oliver running the bottom, protecting the inside lane as here come the 5 of Hoopengarner and the 31 of Abill. Abill set quick time earlier tonight. Leinard running in the 4th spot. Mike Martin running in 5th. We'll see him again in a little bit in the mini truck race. Two laps to go, 18 laps into the books for Teddy Oliver. Hoopengarner running strong in the number 5, but looks like he might come up a little bit short. He's really using the brakes up on that number 5 pure stock. The front rotor glowing. Oliver takes the white on the final lap. Into turn number 3, looking for his first win of the year. The Oliver fan club to their feet as coming across the line. Oliver claims the victory. 2nd spot goes to the number 5 of Gary Hoopengarner. 3rd spot to the 31 of Abil as Oliver slows as he comes to the checkered but claims the win, his first of 2012. Good run for the 2nd place car, the number 5 of Gary Hoopengarner. Hoopengarner gives him the thumbs up on the way by. As Oliver will take the reverse cycle around the racetrack for his first win of the year, looking for his 3rd straight Pure Stock Division Championship. And just one caution tonight in our Pure Stock feature. Good race. LaPhilChalmers.com, Stewart Flooring. Black Market Creations car, your winner. Getting a bath down here at the finish line, Teddy Oliver. Teddy, congratulations on the win tonight. You pick up their first victory of the season. You told me a week or two ago, you said, I'm going to try to maybe not even win the rest of the year. I'll just finish 2nd and try to win the points finishing 2nd every night. But tonight, clean sweep, heat, pursuit, and feature. Car was good.
Well, I figured I'd sandbag 1 week.
Now, what do you think next week? You gonna drive fast in qualifying next week?
I'll probably be the fastest next week.
I don't think you wanted to go that slow in qualifying, did you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You got out front first. You know, it's obviously more fun passing cars coming through the field, is it not?
Yeah.
Anybody you want to thank, Teddy?
Yeah, I'd like to thank John and Patty Wisman, PhilChalmers.com, Smith's Auto Sales, and Stewart's Flooring. And I'd like to say thanks to Troy and Brian Tuckey and Angie Tuckey.
Your winner, the 49 of Teddy Oliver. Teddy getting a little bit of a Budweiser bat down here in Victory Lane. Now he's afraid to get a DUI on the way home, and Teddy actually doesn't even drink. Ten trucks, 15 laps the distance, and our feature tonight for the mini trucks. Here we go, turn 4, Garlic and Colmar, bring them in. Four, make it 3 wide down in turns 3 and 4. Garlic leading the way. Oh, Colmar gonna run out of room. He just able to keep it off the wall in the 25 truck. Badgett on the move. He doors the 3rd place truck, the 58 of Gardner. Here comes the number 5 of Mike Martin in the outside lane. Mike Martin in the outside groove. Up now looking for the third position. Top qualifier Patterson boxed in back in the field. Dennis Garrett for the lead. Garrett takes the lead position from Garlick. And now Martin looks to the outside. Garlick goes back to the bottom. Badgett's boxed in the 52 truck. And now Patterson will spin in the 71. Patterson spins in the 71 truck. Garrett on the outside, then it's Martin and Badgett in the second row. They're coming to green, turn 4, they're underway. We're back to racing, and there comes Martin in the 5 to the inside. He'll take over the lead down in turns 1 and 2. Mike Martin into the lead, Garrett second, running third, the 77 truck of Garlick. Oh, now Patterson close racing with Hyder back in the field. Couple of rows of 2 wide. Up into the number 4 position, the 52 truck of Justin Badgett. He'll look for third now, but 77 Garlick momentarily taking the lane away from him. Gardner, Schultz, 71 of Patterson still racing. Patterson gets to the inside of Gardner, and the 71 of Patterson and the 58 of Gardner got together momentarily down in the first corner. Ford truck of Garrett going under his qualifying time. Anybody in the top 5 in features here at Midvale Speedway are on the clock unless they are a top 4 qualifier. Unfortunate break for the number 4 truck of Garrett going under his qualifying time. 55 of Schultz in the 3rd spot. 4th is Garlick. 5th spot, the 71 of Patterson. We are halfway, 8 laps in, 7 laps to go. '77 of Garlick running 4th. 5th is Badgett. Schultz running officially in the 2nd position. Running 3rd, the 71 of Patterson. Oh, the 5 truck of Martin may be developing a miss or maybe hitting a rev chip there on the front stretch. But Martin leading by a big margin over the number 55 of Schultz. And the 71 of Patterson, and Martin closing in on the tail end of the field. Three wide in turn 4. Badgett up along the wall. Hyder gets through the middle. Parson there in the 44. Parson will go to the bottom in that 3 wide pass. Garlick caught in the middle now. Be the white flag this time around for the number 5 truck of Mike Martin. White flag for Martin. He's caught the big pack of trucks, including the 10 of Hyder, who's in 4th. Going to go to the outside of Gardner down in turns 3 and 4. They're going to come to the checkered in turn number 4. Your winner, the number 5, one of our regulars at Midvale Speedway, Mike Martin. 2nd spot, the 55 of Schultz. 3rd place will go to the 71 of Patterson. Battle for 4th in 3 and 4. Trying to make the move, Bob Parson, but right there in front of him, the 10 of Hyder will take it. Hyder finishes 4th, Parson 5th, 6th Badgett, and 7th place Tom Garlick. 8th was Gardner, 9th Colmar, and 10th Dennis Garrett in the 4T, the 4 of Garrett, going under his qualifying time. That's why he was sent pit side. In the Canton Car Connection, Shelby Sweets and Treats, number 5, the victory tonight. First night out for this truck at Midvale Speedway. The winner, Mike Martin. Well, Mike Martin claiming the victory here tonight in this truck. You've run and found victory lane in just about everything. You've won spectator drags. You've won, what, skid plate race? You won a pure stock feature yet? Yep. We got a pure stock feature win. I thought you did. And now a truck win. You've got just about everything covered now.
Yeah, and I just got to go back to modified and late model, and I'll be good.
It'll be good to go, right? Well, I got a late model you can buy. You get the late model bought, and you had a modified. Maybe you can jump back in the Courtney mod. You'll be good to go.
No, that's too many cars to run.
That is too many cars to work on. You were charging the battery on one of your cars earlier tonight, and said that's because you didn't get a chance to charge it back at the garage because you were working on all the other stuff.
Yeah, I got 4 cars to keep going. It's kind of hard.
How's the truck? Are they a little different to race?
Oh, yeah, a lot more fun, though.
They feel like a little bit freer? That's kind of what they look like. It looks like they're a handful to drive.
Yeah, they are. They keep like going to the wall, but other than that, they're pretty good.
Now, the thing sounded like it was missing down the stretch of the race. Was it really missing, or were you just messing with the throttle?
No, it's missing. I think it's getting ready to blow up.
Not a good sign, but a good win tonight for Mike Martin in the number 5 truck. One final feature yet to go. We will run now in the compact division, big track, 3/10 mile for the compacts here tonight. Go a 12-lap feature for the compacts coming up next. Kyle Rector looking to the outside for the lead right down the number 4 of Joe Fuchs, side by side for the top spot down in turn 4, and Rector goes into the lead. Braden Swaney in the 27 car moving toward the second spot. Swaney for the number 2 position. 09 car of Wes Ennis also trying to move forward. Ennis was top qualifier tonight, but he's stuck on the outside of 3 wide. Well, he was for a moment. That has ended. And now Del Vecchio goes to the inside of Fuchs for 4th. Leading is Rector. Swaney is 2nd, and Ennis is 3rd in this compact feature that goes 12 laps tonight here at Midvale Speedway. Super Cup Stock Car Series next Saturday here at the racetrack. Late models will also be here, along with pure stocks, compacts, stock compacts, and the mini trucks. And Braden Swaney made a run at Kyle Rector there for the lead. Top 3 cars in a breakaway. Rector up the track. Here's Swaney right there with him. Swaney the points leader this season. And Ennis in the 09 car running in the 3rd position. Five laps in, 7 to go. This time for the 22 of Rector. Del Vecchio and Fuchs racing for the 4th position. Del Vecchio takes the spot, and Rector starts to put a little distance on the 2nd and 3rd place cars. It will be the completion of lap number 10 this time. 10 laps in, 2 laps to go for the 22 of Rector. White flag waving for Rector in the 22 car. Swaney running 2nd and Ennis in the 3rd spot. Into turn number 4 this time for the final time of the evening. The field will race off of the corner to the double checkers of Terry Coletti, and picking up the win is Kyle Rector. Swaney finishes 2nd, finishing 3rd is the 09 of Ennis. Finishing 4th, the number 4 of, maybe the 15 of Del Vecchio. Then the number 4 of Fuchs finishes 5th. Finishing 6th, the 1 of Donnie Hayes, and that does it for tonight's action here at Midvale Speedway. In addition to our pure stocks, our compacts, our stock compacts, and our mini trucks, all next Saturday here at Midvale Speedway. Race time 6:30 again. Thanks to Quaker Digital Academy, the McDonald's restaurants of Tuscarawas County, and Stewart Flooring, bringing you all of the racing action from start to finish here on this 4th of August. Thanks again for coming out to the races tonight. Please remember to buckle up and drive home safely.
Return 20.